Have you ever experienced that feeling where you feel super confident, nothing really matters, and you have the feeling that you can take on the world? Well, this is something called the flow state. But in this video, I wanted to go deeper into how to get into flow state. Flow state is basically a state of consciousness where nothing else really matters. You are so immersed in your tasks that nothing else matters, okay? Time flies and you don't notice anything around you. And if you have a business, you probably have already been in flow state, but we want to get in flow state as often as possible. So let's talk about the different concepts that bring us into flow state faster. All right, so the first thing, like we said, is flow state. How do we get in flow state faster? Because flow state is absolutely necessary if you want peak performance. Flow state leads to peak performance. So let's talk about what can disrupt flow state, okay? One thing that can disrupt flow state is self-consciousness and too much self-centeredness, okay? Because if you are always self-conscious, too self-conscious, you think too much about yourself. Okay, and when you're thinking too much about yourself, you're comparing yourself to other people, which often leads to anxiety, because there's always levels to the game. Okay, there's always going to be someone who is better than you, who has more experience than you, who is smarter than you. So who is better looking than you. Okay, so self-consciousness and self-centeredness is the killer of flow state. Okay, very important that we understand that. So, all right, so we don't want those things too much. Okay, you gotta have them on a healthy level, but if you have that too much, okay, it kills peak performance and it kills the flow state. So we don't want that. So what can we do to counter too much self-consciousness and too much self-centeredness, where basically we stop comparing ourselves with other people? So one of the best things to do that is to learn to control your attention, because only if you can focus on the task at hand, okay, and fully focus on it, only then you will start to forget about everything else around you. Okay, so this is the key thing. This is why meditation is so powerful as well. But if you can get into this focus mode of work, focus on your mission and see yourself and your business as a game, only then you will be able to stop comparing yourself and you will lose that anxiety. So it's very important that we learn how to center our thoughts, how to learn how to focus, because in today's fast-paced world, it's super hard to focus. Okay, I'm on the phone a lot as well, okay, with social media, because I see that as my job. Okay, I want to research other content and all that good stuff, but sometimes you get sidetracked. So it's very important to learn how to focus, okay? Meditation is a great tool, but also it can become pretty draining, okay, to always be 100% on focus. So how do we counteract that monotonous type of life? Because most of you probably don't want to live like monks, okay? One thing I found to work great is that we gotta start seeing life as a game, okay? Life and business is a game, okay? I'm pretty sure when you were younger, or maybe you still do, you played some video games, okay? And it was effortless to play those games. Why was it effortless? Because you knew you had a mission, okay? You wanted to get that next level. You wanted to get new items or improve your character that you were playing or stuff like that, okay? Set yourself little goals and see your life as a game where you level up, okay? And as in a game, okay, there were times when things weren't going that well, okay? You lost against the boss of that level, for example, okay? Those can be things that happen in your life that are horrible. That's the same thing in life, okay? See your life as a game and it will become way more enjoyable. whether it be failures or wins, okay? They just are part of your life. And another concept that is very important is that as well is when we talk about societal norms, okay? What does society pave you? What way does society pave you to go, okay? Whether it be your parents or the friends or just your environment, okay? You gotta find the right path for you, okay? So don't always let yourself be guided by society, because oftentimes the way that is guided or the path that is given to you by society is not the right path for you. And thus, if you follow that path that was given to you by society, you will be unhappy for your whole life, okay? And we don't want that, okay? So we gotta look outside of the box and don't look at societal norms as the be all end all for everyone, okay? So it's very important that you look around and find the right path for you. So again, what we don't want is to follow societal norms, okay? What we do want is personal, let me try to write a little bit faster, personal autonomy, okay? Because only when we are acting autonomously, we are actively searching for opportunities that would fit our life better, okay? That will make us happy. So it's very important that you are completely autonomous, because otherwise you will become unhappy, okay? You will become unfulfilled. So there are many benefits of living autonomous, but also there are some challenges, okay? There is uncertainty at certain times, okay? If you are starting your business, there will be uncertainty. If you are choosing a new career path, there will be uncertainty. If you are choosing to break up with your current partner and find a new one that fits your lifestyle better, there will be uncertainty, okay? And there will be a certain need of self-discipline to be autonomous and to find your right path. So it's very, very important that you have that discipline, okay? So one thing that really can help you when you are feeling overwhelmed, when you are trying something out, okay, and you feel anxiety, is to have a certain hierarchy of goals, okay? You wanna write down your goals, okay? You wanna be clear about those goals, and this will help you to not feel so overwhelmed. And also, when you have big goals, break them down into smaller steps. This will really help you out to get rid of that anxiety. And also always think back about that focus, that don't be self-centered, don't be too self-conscious, don't compare yourself too much to others. You have your path and you want to follow that path with full focus, okay? So write down your goals and break them down. One other thing that is very important as well is that you want to have a moldable perspective, okay? Because your perspective should always be able to change for the better, okay? This is easier said than done, but it's very important that you have an open mind when it comes to perspective, okay? For example, you want to see challenges as opportunities to grow, okay? And you want to minimize distractions, because if you adjust how you see problems, you can just minimize all the distractions around it, okay? But just like in a game, you want to understand the rules and the mechanics of a successful life, okay? There are certain rules in the game, okay? If you're playing the game, there are rules on how to level up, how to, I don't know, kill your opponents, or whatever game you are playing, there will always be rules. And you want to learn about those rules in life as well, okay? Because there are certain rules on how to get ahead in life, how to win at business, how to do proper investments, how to have good relationships. Those are just rules of life. So you want to get clear on those rules, okay? Learn as much as possible, read books about it, listen to podcasts, get accustomed to the best rules, and you will never stop learning, obviously, but get accustomed to the basic rules of life. Then another concept is to stay in the flow state as much as possible, is that you want to balance boredom and anxiety. Okay, let me explain. So let me write it down. Okay, you want to balance it. Okay, because there are times when I am always on go mode. Okay, I do several different things at the same time. I want to grow my moving company. I want to start that business and that and that and that. And then I get super anxious, okay? Because I want to reach every goal, but we only have 24 hours in a day, okay? And this stuff can get you anxious, okay? But on the other hand, okay, if you don't do enough, and this is the perfect example of how I'm feeling oftentimes, is that if I'm not doing enough, I'm easily bored. I'm so easily bored, guys. It's insane, okay? I always have to do something. I want to work. I want to get ahead. Want to do this. This is just my nature and probably the nature of many, many other people out there. But you have to balance it, okay? Otherwise, on one end, you will be super anxious and unhappy. On the other hand, you will be super bored and unhappy and unfulfilled, okay? So try to balance it as much as possible. Even if it sounds hard to do, try to balance it with something. And it can be something that gets you ahead in life as well, okay? For example, start martial arts or do something where you have the need to stay consistent as well, but it's still a balance to all the other stuff that you are doing in your life. All right, so I hope these tips were helpful. Let me end you with this. Take control over your life, okay? Don't follow the societal norms, because they will put you in a box that will be unfulfilling and you will be unhappy. So always look for the right path for you. I don't say you have to start a business or anything like that. Look for the right path for you and never stay stuck in something that makes you unhappy and unfulfilled, okay? And if you want to start creating content or digital marketing, you can check out my link in the description, or you can check out the video that I did right here on how you can create content way more easily, okay? I look forward to see you in the next video. Bye bye.